Hey, welcome back to another video. Today's verse that I have for you is one we've already seen, we've already read, but it's that good, that important that I want to read it one more time. It's going to be Matthew chapter 5, verse 9, and it says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God." All right, so before I go on here, I want to give credit to George Janko because he is the first person that I heard bring up this idea, this thought. If anybody else has done it before him, God bless you as well, but I want to give credit where credit is due. And it goes like this. The idea is that when we look at this Bible verse, there's a word that sticks out that I want you to keep in your mind, and it is peacemakers. Yes, this verse says peacemakers, not peacekeepers. And in our everyday life, we all love to look at people that do bad things, possibly even evil things. We want to help them. We want to tell them what they're doing wrong, what they should do instead. We want to reform these people. And while that is a healthy act and God calls us to do that, making sure that we're doing our thing as well, what I want to call you to is that maybe we should call out the people that aren't doing those things. And I know that's an interesting thing. You're thinking to yourself, well, why would we call out the people that don't do bad? What's wrong with them? They're good, right? Not entirely. I want to bring you this idea today. If God says be peacemakers and we're just keeping peace, is that following his command? Is that following his advice? Is that listening to this verse? I don't think so. We all crave this desire for comfort in our life. We look at things that are reliable, that give us stability, and we think that that makes us good. We avoid things that are bad, and now we're good people. And I don't necessarily agree with that. In a way, yes, on paper, on a blank slate, by society standard, yeah, you are a good person because you don't do bad things or like over the top bad things. But that doesn't make you a good person in the eyes of God. And what I mean is this. If you do things or you avoid doing bad, for example, let me tell you this. Out of my 4 years of high school, I've never slept with anyone. I've never gone to a party and drank and gotten drunk. I've never smoked and never did any drugs. I've never done anything in high school that was getting me sent to the office. I never was grounded. I listened to my parents to do things. You can call me whatever you want, a goody two-shoes, whatever. But I did that because, number one, I have self-respect and I didn't want to corrupt myself, didn't want to send me off a wrong path. But also, I honor my mother and father, and I didn't want to break God's commandments. That's number one. Does that make me a good person? I don't think so. What makes me a good person is my actions that are opposite of those bad ones. And that's what I want to call you to today. God does not call you to be a peacekeeper, to be a peacemaker. If you found a way to get stability in your life and avoid doing bad things, don't consider yourself a good person. Instead, still avoid those bad things, but also do good in the opposite. Go and help those people that are doing bad. Go and do things. Put a footprint in this world of good, of positivity. Do the will of God.